All right, welcome back to day 31, and we're continuing our Bible study on Habakkuk. Again, if you have other scriptures that you're capturing, please feel free to continue doing that. But these are just some scriptures that I think will help you as you continue to build out your vision board and solidify your goals and just stay in the rhythm of what Habakkuk is teaching us. All right. So in verses 1 through 4, we heard Habakkuk complain, right? Literally in the text, it says Habakkuk's complaints. That is the title of that particular passage. Habakkuk was unafraid about saying exactly how he felt, what was upsetting him, and all the things. And so here is where we pick up where God replies to him, right? He heard him and he replies. So here we go. Verses 5 through 11 of Habakkuk chapter 1. Look around at the nations. Look and be amazed. For I am doing something in your own day, something you wouldn't believe, even if someone told you about it. I am raising up the Babylonians, a cruel and violent people. They will march across the world and conquer other lands. They're notorious for their cruelty and do whatever they like. Their horses are swifter than cheetahs and fiercer than wolves at dusk. Their charioteers charge from far away. Like eagles, they swoop down to devour their prey. On they come, all bent on violence. Their hordes advance like a desert wind, sweeping captives ahead of them like sand. They scoff at kings and princes and scorn at all their fortresses. They simply pile ramps of earth against their walls and capture them. They sweep past like the wind and are gone, but they are deeply guilty, for their own strength is their guide. So, one thing I thought about as I read that was, you're raising up the who now, Lord? You're raising up the evil people? And I couldn't help but think again, as as I talked about in verses 1 through 4, is God looking down on where we are right now? Is this mirroring where we are right now? Oftentimes you can look around today in today's time and feel like, what is happening? I feel like there is so much evil happening. And what God is saying right now is sometimes He allows evil to happen so that His good will shine through. Even if we don't understand it, even if it doesn't make sense to us, He's doing something for our good. And so here are some questions to consider as you are stepping through this particular passage, because it's kind of hard to swallow hearing God say, I am literally raising up evil people, right? Cruel people. Here are some questions to consider when you reflect on your own life. Where has God answered you in a way you didn't anticipate? What assumptions do you need to release? How might God be working behind the scenes? I don't know about you, but when I pray and I talk to God, lament, if you will, like Habakkuk is doing about something I'm currently dealing with or a situation that I'm in, I'm trying to navigate it and get out of it. Um, I can come up with so many different scenarios of how I think God is going to show up and how I feel like He's going to answer that prayer. But no matter how many stories I can concoct, no matter how many beautiful, brilliant stories I can come up with, God just blows my mind and does something completely left. And that's exactly what's happening right now with this story, this passage of scripture. God is saying, I, nobody could anticipate that He's gonna just allow evil to like overpower, but He's doing it for His good. He's doing it for our good. He's doing it for a purpose. Um, there's so many things that I think about when I think about this passage, but the beautiful thing is what's coming up next after this. I'm excited about the next few verses that we're going to go through. I'm excited about unpacking that because I feel like the deeper Habakkuk, the book of Habakkuk is just 3 chapters, really, 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 really short chapters. But as you go through them, it's beautifully written, and it allows you to see like how Habakkuk was in pain, but he was also obedient. He also knew, I'm gonna go to God because that is the God is who can actually help me out of the situation. I'm gonna listen to what God is telling me. I'm not gonna fight him on his words, but I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna be obedient. So the obedience begins in the listening. Obedience begins in actually the complaints. Us being obedient enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna take this to God and not to man. And so we're going to put a pin in it right there. And then tomorrow we're going to step through another set of verses. We're going to unpack more of Habakkuk's journey, as well as we can see how it coincides with our own individual journeys right now as we step through this vision challenge. So stay connected with me, stay tuned, go back and read all these verses again, read the entire book if you need to. Continue to capture your own scriptures that speak to you as you're finalizing your vision board and going back over your goals. This is a very important section of the challenge because we will encounter obstacles along the way as we go through and take action on our goals and take action on the things that we've plotted on our vision board. Scriptures and prayer help us to stay grounded. They give us they show us like, okay, this happened before. This is how it was handled. This is what I need to do now in my own situation. So I pray that, these verses in Habakkuk help you to not just get started, but stay the course. If you happen to hit roadblocks or milestones, or you just feel like there is no way I can accomplish this thing, Lord. I know I'm trying to do it for your kingdom. You've literally shown me the end result, but I don't know how to get to the other side. I don't know how to get over this big hurdle. And the scriptures help us. They give us the tools and resources to get there and the examples to get there. So stay tuned. We'll be back again. I'll be back again tomorrow, step through another set of verses. So talk to you then.